the wallbang. Don't see that one too often, but...
It's not an option. Oh, he pre-fired. Oh, Woo-True. 90 to grid, no scope, no problem.
We'll still be 3 on this B side. First man dead. And second. 3.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over the dark. On two box. Gets across the get a retake. Aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty, he's got it.
He could have managed that economy well.
Oh, pushing grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. This is more. What is that from QB1? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say QB1 with an 80 squad angle. Right into the crosshair Frosty. And he shuts it down. FJ now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prison. Frosty with a third.
Contact. In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hot. Got one. He's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has
to clutch this out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyenas Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid series 3-1 on.
Saffron and Striking Apple, both of these teams are looking great. And looking at the knife round, both of these teams are looking pretty confident as well. I am really not sure what to expect from these teams, but yeah, the Legates Saffron, they does have a little bit more average elo, so I think they might take a few rounds or two, but I really don't know what is gonna happen. I can't expect anything from the players as of now. What do you think? What will happen here in this match today, Gav?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, we've seen Inferno quite a lot. We're going to have to see how much we get different. My real hopes here is we get into the pistol round, we see something, and we've got a lot of utility here. 3 sets of Kevlar with smoke grenades and flashbang footage on each side as now the CT side take off the early pick. Tragon, his head demolished by Philong as the USPs ring out for the first kill. Early banana control contested from both sides here. As now Agoosh hopes 1 HP Wonder. Will have to see. He does have 2 pieces of utility. That casualty would be very crippling here to this T side.
Yep, definitely that will be very crippling, but the most important thing right now is we do have a P250 in the hands of the T's. That P250 can do wonders. It can take a few heads out of the people. Let's see if the players are gonna go and take those kills in towards B side, or are they gonna rotate back in towards A, because there are still 3 players holding in towards the A side. So B is the best opportunity they have got here right now, and they need to take that opportunity. They need to get those kills as soon as they can, and we can see one of the players have already fallen down. The cities, they are gonna rotate back in towards the city side. They will try to retake the site as soon as possible, but yeah, certainly it is still looking in the favor of cities here, Gavicator.
Yeah, it certainly is. That was a very, very adaptive bomb site defense. Matosh and Seville's, the 2 players here, falling back once they got the contact. They knew they couldn't fight this primarily. But, oh no, DRD, he's trying to make this retake a lot more difficult than it has to be. He cuts it out and he wins the 1v3, the 1v4 to 1v3. I wasn't even casting it because I didn't expect him to be able to do it. And he comes out the bag and clutches it.
I mean, 4 kills coming up from a Glock? I mean, if he had that P250, it would have been good, but taking those many kills with a Glock is definitely interesting. They got the bomb plant, they got the kills, they got the round as well, and on top of that, we can see an AK coming in hands in the second round itself. This is definitely gonna be very tough, but you know, this is Volpid series. Anything can happen, and the Deagles definitely do wonders here in this series. So I'm pretty much scared right now about the Deagles, but okay, Paul Fortnite, he is taken down to 5 HP right now, so he is gonna be staying low for a pretty big time here.
Certainly will be, as you said, these Deagles in this tournament, and now as we see Seville's rips off the head of Stitch. He took out 1 in the last round. He's going to take out another this round, but DRD is going to take it right back. The hero here with this AK-47. He was able to purchase up a large amount of utility, as now Verwood takes down Philong and Paul takes 1 back, but now it's the 2v3 man advantage here in the for the T side, as now they once again lean towards this B side. The Bolton the Wonders here in the last round. They're going to go in again. Only the man here, Matosh, he does have this kit and the Deagle, but he has to defend against fully armored blades. He's not able to do it. DRD takes his head clean off his shoulders, looking for the 3rd kill. The round he does. 7 kills so far in 2 rounds. This man is an animal.
Definitely that guy is an animal. I mean, taking those kills through that smoke, that was definitely interesting. And to be honest, the guy was playing on 5 HP there. It was quite a ballsy move to spray through that smoke using a CZ. But nonetheless, now Legates Saffron, they are on a step back here. They really need to get this round. They will need to convert at least some kills so that they can bring in a bigger gun like an AWP in the next round. Otherwise, it is gonna be very difficult for them. And a mid push is gonna come up. 2 players down already. It will be stage 2. Take them down, but now we do have Dendro here. He's gonna take a player down, and the players are still rushing in towards the T ramp, and here comes the mowdown, and everyone is gonna end their lives just like that. No kill acquired. I mean, 1 kill acquired if I'm not wrong. That is definitely great, and that is gonna bring up that big gun. That is gonna bring up that AWP in the hands of Era. It is definitely gonna be interesting to see how the AWP plays, how he is gonna play with that AWP here, because to be honest, in the map of Inferno, the AWP can be posted up anywhere, and they are choosing to go in towards mid, and that is definitely an interesting thing. The bomb is still dropped in towards T-Ram. If he can get a pick out of there, that is definitely gonna be interesting here, Gavicator. is definitely gonna be an interesting match. And to be honest, the op is looking pretty fine as well. It can do some wonders, but I'm not sure. One player down already. That is gonna be Stitch. On the other hand, we can see 5 players from Legates Saffron are still alive. It's still a 3-on-2 situation going on both the sides. And to be honest, 3 players posted in towards A side. That definitely helps up a lot. The op has been posted in towards the arches area. That definitely means the players will need to be careful about that. And that is definitely gonna help them out. And here comes the pick. 1 player down, but Verward with a beautiful trade coming up. And there's Mastosh. Here he is trying to take as much kills as he can, but not able to put a lot of damage. On the other hand, we can see 4 players, 4 cities are still alive. The T's are making their way in towards the side, but here comes the problem. But forward, he's gonna take the player down. The short player can do a huge lot of damage. He's gonna take a player down. Just 8 seconds remaining. They need to plant the bomb right now. The bomb has been planted, and it's a 2 versus 2 situation. Make it 1 versus 2 for the CTs. Legates Saffron, they definitely need this round. Otherwise, it is gonna be a complete massacre. It is gonna be very difficult for them to come back from that. The players are trying to do as much damage as they can. Here comes the push. He has taken down a player. He's gonna take the second player as well. And the defuse is gonna come up alongside and op being saved. That was definitely an interesting round coming up from Legates Saffron. A very important round indeed. And Masto, that was a beautiful play coming up from him. 1, 2, 3. That is definitely a good thing right now, but the main issue right now that the CTs are facing is they don't have enough money to buy around that op. They need to buy something around that op, and MP9s and pharmacies all they have got. They still have got a M4, which was the courtesy of Masto, as well as they have an op here. But oh, Era down to just 5 HP of health. He really needs to get back, and the op must be transferred to someone else. Otherwise, if he goes down, that is gonna end the complete round. On the other hand, we can see the T's, the bomb is still in towards T-spawn. That definitely means they still haven't made up their mind, and they're trying to play for some picks. They're trying to get information around the map. If they can get some information about the players being posted, about the op being posted, then there might be some rotations coming up. But as of now, the players will try to get as much information as they can. 2 players up in towards the banana, 2 players in apps, and the bomb still in towards the T-ramp. That is definitely gonna be an interesting round if they somehow take down the op. I mean, that is on 5 HP, so that is definitely possible. If they can take down the op, the striking Vipers might take this round away as well. But on the other hand, if I can talk about Legates Saffron, the confidence is very high, and the actual position of the players is pretty interesting. They have not pushed even a single movement. They have heard a lot of noise coming in from the apartments, but none of the players have given away their position. And that is kind of an important situation here. That is why the players are forced to go in towards B side. And Civils with a beautiful rotate coming up just in time. He's gonna take a player down, even blinded through that smoke. That is gonna help his team. But oh, 2 players down into the side. The push is coming up from the CT. Civils down to 19 HP of health. The AK has been retrieved, and it's a 3 versus 3 situation. Let's see who is gonna get that kill. Well, Philong is gonna punish Dendro for passing through that CT area. On the other hand, you can see Forward very much ready to take the kills down, but Paul has another idea. Paul has another motive, and he's gonna take both the players down, and the bomb is gonna get defused as well. Legates Saffron with the second beautiful retake. Consecutive retakes coming up from Legates Saffron here, Gavikator.
Yeah, the first retake of these 2 rounds was an absolute masterclass there. I believe it was by Master the switch to the AK to ensure the retake, although he did end up using that pistol, and that 3v2 wonderfully converted, especially at the end there. Able to exploit the angles. It's almost like they got the perfect read there on the B side of where the players were deciding to try and take this place plant from. And it allowed them to absolutely sweep the site with only 1 loss in civils. And now we're going to see them try and take some very aggressive banana control. Masto gets down 2 with a wonderful spray down. He's knocked down low himself, but it may not matter when you got the 2-man advantage as well as the weaponry advantage. And now we see the T side absolutely stunned by this outrageous push here from the CT side straight down banana that yielded no kills in return for the terrorist side.
Definitely no return. Oh! Master, this guy, that is his third kill on towards the banana side. That was through the smoke as well. A wonderful play coming up from him, and now the T's, they're just stunned. They don't know what to do. They lost 3 players already. It's a 3-man advantage going in favor of Legates Saffron, as well as the weaponry is not good enough for them to push on. They might get intercepted by M-Force, and M-Force versus Khalil is not a great weapon. What can I say? Not a great weapon, to be honest. Yeah, they are gonna go in towards the short area. Here's the first peak. Era is gonna take a player down. He's gonna take another, and third round goes in for Legates Saffron, Gavicator.
Yeah, it certainly did. They lost those first 2 rounds initially off the back of that pistol. Then that second round forced by didn't yield them much results. Was probably the correct play based on the way that the economy is working around this game at the moment. That's third round as we saw the mowdown, but now once the guns are out, once the big guns are out, the big boy toys are in play, the Legates Saffron, they are proving to be a very tough matchup here for the Striking Vipers side, and now we see the first eco really from Striking Vipers, although it starts a lot better than any of the ecos for the side of Legates Saffron, as now that AWP has been conceded. Aggressive AWPing here from the side of Legates Saffron has not yielded the results they would have liked to, as now the T's, they've been to rack onto the left side of Arch, and Hopes takes down another with that captured AWP. This AWP is proving wonders here. If they are able to take down this final player in Seville's B bomb site will be completely open for the taking, but he doesn't catch his Bearwood, looking the wrong way, but the kill comes back now to 2v2. And make that a 2v1. Philong completely caught off guard on the wrong site. These fights, though, they are isolated. If he takes down one quickly, it is a 1v1 here for the retake. He takes down one, the HP advantage is definitely in his favor, and he does have this kit. He can prolong this retake for slightly longer, but in reality, he's going to look to try and save his weapon for the next round of play. The money here for the side of Legates Saffron, they got those 2 rounds with relatively little casualties, all things considered, especially with that 5-man flawless. They're going to look... Oh no, he's going to look for the retake. He's got enough money to buy next round no matter what by the looks of it. At least something. And so he's going to try and start this retake up from the top of the banana.
Definitely, I mean, that is kind of a good thing. I mean, they have the money, they can try to take the guns away as much as they can. Even if he cannot get the kill, he will try to take the op down. That is his main motive right now, but looking in the wrong direction, and Hopes is gonna give him no hope of any retake. That was a wonderful game coming up from Legates Saffron. I mean, this is the Volpid series, just as I told you. The pistol round can do wonders. That one aggressive op, that changed the entire game. Ebra, that guy was trying to... He had a right idea. He was trying to get the picks early on, but the Tech 9... I mean, you cannot go against the Tech 9 if the player is gonna go on aggressive. And that's how it happened. They got that op and they converted the whole round in their favor, Gavicator.
Certainly did, and now we see the full buy come out in response from the Striking Viper side, and as a result of losing that last round, they still had a lot of money, but they chose not to force themselves into half buy and instead invest now. As a result, they have been able to bring out this AWP once again on Epra, who's managed to make this work to great effect, if I'm being completely honest. His stats may not show it, but he's been able to make some very crucial kills here in the few rounds already. But in reality here, Paul and Philong relegated to these minor weapons. We got FAMAS and an MP9 against 4 premium rifles and an AWP on the other side. I mean, this T-side AWP, probably not something I would have called if I were in the shoes of Striking Vipers. AWPing on the T-side can be a bit hit and miss, as the AWP's nature is, but it is a very... It's a very Marmite thing on Inferno, I found myself.
Definitely, and I mean that op is definitely doing wonders. Just as says, he is taking some crucial kills. Oh, Masto, that was kind of a ballsy move. Going on, taking a dry pick in front of a complete banana stack by the T side. By the T side, I mean, that was something you avoid every time. And they definitely punished him for it, and now they are gonna try to retake this side from the city side. Oh, the flashes and nades are coming up. They are gonna stack up. Here comes the first kill through the smoke. And now it's a 3 versus 5 situation for the cities. The one thing they can do right now is just save the guns as much as they can. Oh, Philong just saving his teammate at such a crucial point. They're gonna get themselves some M4s and off. that is definitely worth saving right now here, Gavigator. They really need these guns going on in towards the next round because it is gonna be a very, very difficult game, to be honest. Both of these teams, they are not looking to give away their positions that easily, and that can go on a little too much passive in future if I'm not wrong. And too much passive game, that is something I'm definitely scared of, Gavigator.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. One of the things that has been very much in the favor of Legates Saffron is you've been saying, these aggressive retakes. They've been going for most of them. I think this is one of the first ones they haven't attempted, and it's been netting them so many rounds off the back of it. And as a result, now we see striking Vipers. They didn't have to defend the bomb site from a retake, and so they take the 5-3 advantage here on the T side. And normally people like to say that Inferno is a CT sided map. But the thing about most of these maps at the moment, and in reality, actually, it's not really the maps, it's the economy. The economy in this game so heavily favors the T side. If you can start rolling some of these rounds, even if there's just the little breaks, the CT side economy is so difficult to grow that on the T side, you can start snowballing very, very quickly, and it gets out of hand very fast.
Definitely. I mean, just look at the primary guns and that incendiary. For an instance, an incendiary cost $600 for the CTs and just 400 for the Ts. And okay, Master, he's gonna get a kill. He's gonna trade his player right up. But oh, that molly is definitely very important. That was kind of a good molly coming up from him. Now, Epra, he needs to stay away from the site. He needs to get away from the mid side. Otherwise, he's gonna get overwhelmed and he can get traded pretty easily. Let's see how he can get those kills. Yes, he has the smoke in his hand and the players are pushing in on him. Oh, he takes the bomb down. That was a wonderful pick coming up around him. He's gonna take another player down. That is definitely interesting. That is definitely wonderful. It is a 3 versus 2 situation right now. 2 picks going into the favor of Legates Saffron. That was something that is very, very important. And just as you said here, Gavicator, even though he doesn't have a lot of kills on board, these crucial kills at this point of time, look at the time, there is just 16 seconds remaining into the game, the bomb not yet planted, and the players holding from the side are gonna mow down each and every one there. That was indeed a wonderful play coming up from Epra here, Goavgator.
Certainly was, and I think something that we might not have seen, but I think definitely happened, is striking Vipers there with a very sneaky play. They knew they couldn't use the ult there in that bomb site takes, and what in reality they did, I think they tossed it onto a roof somewhere, and that's why we haven't seen it saved over here by Legates Saffron. A nice little trick there you people at home can use in matchmaking, although this isn't matchmaking, this is a proper game, and now we see another aggressive CT side early on push. Netting a first kill and very much in the favor here of the CT side, but Bearwood trades it right back. All of this ultimate presence has been lost, but that's a very nice drop there from Epra. The M4 takes off the head of Stitch, but DRD traded 2 right back. He's got complete banana control, but it might not matter here as Hopes is left stranded on the other side of the map here, and the bomb is as far away from this B side to almost as it possibly could be. And it just looks like Hopes, he's just sitting here. He still thinks there could be one, and as a result, DRD is forced to push into the waiting for mass of Paul. And now we've basically got a 1v2 from spawn.
Definitely. I mean, that bomb was not spotted. That was the best thing that could happen for striking Vipers. Now, Hopes has a lot of chances. He can go in towards A side. He can go in towards B side. He can just wait it out outside B and wait for the push coming up from the striking Vipers. He may take some kills out of there. Or he can go in towards A side, plant the bomb and play after plant. That can definitely work as well. And looking at the situation of Legates Saffron, the bomb plant is completely open and they are not suspecting the bomb to be going in towards A as of now. But oh, if Hopes is trying to go in from that CT position towards B side, he's definitely gonna get haunted. The bomb is definitely gonna get planted, and that is gonna be the important issue. That is gonna be the main thing right now, how he is gonna play it out. Will he get both the kills? Will he be able to take that clutch out? I mean, it is still possible for Hopes. There are lots of hopes, and he's gonna plant inside the side. The bomb is gonna get planted. The city is exactly nowhere to go on. He does have a smoke with him. That is definitely gonna help him. Oh, he does have a Molotov with him. That is interesting. If he can put in the Molotov at the perfect time, that is definitely gonna help him out. The cities are making their way in towards the side through the arches area, through the library area. The flashes are in. The push is gonna come up. Here comes the kill. And Epra will be the one to finish off the deal. They are gonna get an AK for themselves as well here, Gavicator.
They certainly are, and these 2 guns saved over are going to be the lifeblood of the CT side economy coming into the next few rounds. As many guns as you can save, and especially as well these players with the kits, not having to rebuy those kits is going to be a massive boon, as now we see a very, very disjointed economy here for the Striking Viper side. We've got DRD with 5.4k at the beginning of the round, and some players like Trangon starting it on 2.8k, ending it on 2,000. As now we see 5 rifles versus 5 pistols. We've seen this go really both ways many times, and this isn't something though I've seen very much here on Inferno, these slow pistol rounds. Maybe this is the way that Striking Vipers want to try and spice up the map.
I mean, the slow pistol rounds definitely helps you a lot. I mean, the cities need to guess it out completely what is gonna be the plan of action of the players, because they at this point of time definitely doesn't know it is gonna be an eco. They can guess it can be a eco, but they are not sure. So this delayed push, it definitely helps to play with the minds of the CTs. And this is the main question here, if they are gonna get those entries or not. If one of the player can get that entry out here, that is definitely gonna open up the whole map for the players. And these are Deagles, to be honest. Deagles can do a lot of damage here. Ibra, he's going on with the Evan S at this point of time. So there's no off, but oh, look at that. Pilong right from the side, and Paul with the crossfire, but oh, they are gonna go high, and the bomb is gonna get planted. It's still a 3 versus 3 situation, but now they do have 2 rifles with them, and Hope still with a deagle. That can definitely do a lot of damage, but the main question is, how much longer are the players gonna hold this side, and will they be able to get those important and crucial frags? Because look at that execute coming up from them. Look at that molly into the side. Both the players are now outside the site, and Hope, oh, he is in a good position. He's gonna get a kill. He might get another, but the defuse is gonna come up anyhow. Oh, he gets the diffuser. There's the last player standing. Not a lot of time left. He needs to focus on to the defuse, but Hopes, he is gonna clutch the situation out. He is gonna win that round for Striking Vipers here, Gavikator.
He certainly is, and we do see a technical timeout called as one player here for the side of Legates Saffron has disconnected from the server. But that was an absolutely wonderful flank there from Hopes. He read the situation well. He knew all 3 of these CT players, they're going to come in here from the long side. So he's going to take a short trip around lane. He's going to walk the whole way. It did cost the lives of his other 2 teammates, but that spam into the smoke to stop the defuse, and then he knew that the remaining Legates play, he'd have to take the fight. He couldn't just stick against this Deagle. And as a result, this Deagle, it came out, it got 3 kills and won them the pistol round. These pistol rounds are proving to be absolutely insane so far in the series. They are literally a coin toss. It doesn't matter if you've got rifles and AWPs on one end. If the other team has a couple of Deagles, anything could happen.
Definitely a couple of deagles is all that it takes to convert a whole round. And I mean, the players are looking pretty fine here. The players are looking pretty good, and they are taking those deagle kills. And I mean, using that deagle needs a lot of confidence, and that is definitely the situation here. The players of Legates Saffron as well as Striking Vipers, the confidence is on point. The momentum is on point for both the teams. None of the team is losing it out that easily. Each team is putting on a lot of effort in this game. That does mean if this match goes on in towards like the second half is gonna be completely devastating. It is gonna be a neck-to-neck match till the end, and I will not be surprised if we will be seeing overtime. If not, I mean, I'll be surprised if we are not gonna see an overtime, but I'm definitely looking forward to an overtime right now here.
I think I would agree with you. The first overtime of the season so far, I would also like to see it, but we'll have to see if Legates Saffron and Striking Vipers are willing to take us here. One of the things you do have to look out for, though, especially is, as I said earlier, the snowball on the T side. If the team that was more expected to sweep one side starts on the CT side, the T side can sometimes be where we see them run it away. It's what we saw yesterday with Emery's against Action. But now, once again, the CT rush down mid is just going to get mowed down here. The CT... but they brought 2 kills back. But it doesn't matter. 3 kills out there from the IOD. Pretty much ends around here. Make that a 4K. The feel-good frags of the eco frags make up a nice $1,200 there in his bank account, as we're not even halfway through the match, and DRD is sitting there nice and pretty on 17 kills, 7 deaths, and the 1 assist, because why not?
Definitely, because why not? I mean, that was a aim training going on in towards the mid, but nonetheless, now it is kind of a tense situation here because still I can see there is not a lot of great guns coming up for Legate Saffron. It's been quite a long time. They aren't able to manage the economy, and that can be a huge pain because still they are playing with those FAMASes and MP9s at this point of time. This is something they need to worry about. And here comes the first kill and traded by his own Molly. That is definitely great. Let's see how the players will be playing it all out. It's still a 4-on-4 situation, just a single player holding on towards B side, and he is too forward, he's too aggressive. If he gets picked out, the players are gonna rush in towards B side, and that is definitely gonna be a complete retake for B side coming in for Legate Saffron. But nonetheless, the smoke is gonna help him out for quite a bit. Now let's see how longer he is gonna hold that position. He's gonna go back into the side. Well, that is definitely great. Now the players are in a huge trouble. Striking Vipers, they exactly don't know what is gonna happen. They don't know the position of the other three players as well. And the players of B side, I mean Masto, is not giving away his position that easily. But oh, here comes the Molly that is gonna push him out of his side. That is gonna push him out of his angle. But oh, he does have another great angle. He takes the player down. That flash, perfect flash coming up for his help. And now the players have rotated in as well. Masto still holding it strong. He's gonna take another kill. Fall from the graveyard. He's gonna take two more people to help his teammate out. And look at Saffron with a beautiful hold here.
Yeah, and that beautiful hold has also netted them 3 AKs. This is one of the first proper full gun rounds we've seen from Legate Saffron with 4 rifles and an AWP. And in response, we don't see much, really. Oh, no, we do. We are going to see 4 players with AKs and full utility. Their Stitch relegated to only using the Gilil. And it looks like we're going to see more aggressive banana control here. And it doesn't exactly go the way you'd like it. DRD ripping off the head of combat AWPing. Not going the way it was planned here. I think here on the CT side, and so now they know there's 2 players here towards B, and DRD is going to have his head ripped off. The overconfidence there, maybe telling him to jump onto those logs, and it results in his death. Masto picks up 1 kill back to the CT side here in this banana hole.
Definitely, I mean they will need to save that op as well. Here they have a lots of missions to do right now, and the players are gonna rotate back in towards mid. They haven't taken up the apartments control as of now, so that is kind of a great situation for Legate Saffron. Legate Saffron, they have given away the apartment completely. They are holding it from outside. That is definitely great, but the main issue is the archers is completely open. If they can't breach in towards the archers, here comes the flash. Paul, he was not able to connect the shot. He's down to 19 HP. Here comes the first kill. Here comes the spray down. The spray not getting connected. And he is gonna go down. Fulong had a great mission, but he didn't survive. But he has helped his teammates a lot. Look at the HP of the players, 50, 17 and 81. That is definitely great. The players can try to retake the side, but nonetheless, they're gonna save that gun. That is definitely important situation as well, because we have seen that Legates, they are not pretty good with that economy. And this time they are saving the gun. That is definitely an interesting thing.
It certainly is. Obviously, they've been forced back here onto this B site. They are going to have to save going into the last round of play. They know that this AK-47 here in the hands of Master and this rifle here in the hands of Severe is going to have to be dropped over to mean that at least they will get some semblance of a buy, probably going over to Epra and Philong, respectively. Severe's the man with money, forced to play here now with an MP9. We do see FMRs here for Paul. However, here on the T side, we are going to see ourselves with 5 AK-47s.
I mean, this is the first game in which I have been seeing the FAMAS so consistent. I haven't seen a lot of players go on with the FAMAS this consistently in every match. Let's see how the players are gonna play it out. This is kind of the last half before the round and before the half. Last round before the half, oh my god. Last round before the half. Let's see how the players are gonna play it out, Gaviketa, because they really need to get those kills. They really need to win that round, Legate Saffron. Otherwise, if they don't, it is gonna be a huge lead for striking Vipers, and they are gonna go in towards the city side. And if they clutch in the pistol in towards city side, the match can go very differently from there. So the players, they definitely need to get those kills right now. The city side, Legate Saffron, there is a lot on board. There's a lot online, and the Legate Saffron, they really need to get those kills. Otherwise, it is gonna be very, very difficult for them to get the round win, the pistol round win in the next half as well, Gavigator.
Yeah, it certainly will be. Obviously, 7-8 scoreline, a lot closer than the 6-9 scoreline. 6-9 scoreline, though, very easy to come back for them if you do get that pistol round and early conversion. But now, instead, we're going to see Masor trying to hold on again here at the top of Banana. His teammate, Sevios, is forced to fall back. He knows that with his MP9, these long angles, he cannot hope to fight here against these terrorist players. But there with the lurk is taken down quickly, and Sevios gets one as they rush into the side. 3v2, man, HP and weaponry advantage lay in the hands of Legate Saffron. However, now this bomb has been planted. This is the round to see if they go into the next half 7-8 down or 9-6 down. And now Philon rips off the head of DRD once again. Tragon asks for this clutch, but he isn't able to convert it. Sorry, Tragon. Once again, Striking Vipers asks to clutch up, but he's not able to do it. Good half dropped in the chat. And Legate Saffron round out the final round here in their CT half. Philon defusing the bomb as we will now go into them on the T side. What do you think we can expect here from Legate Saffron? Obviously, they've not played a single T round yet, but based on some of these behaviors we've seen them show so far in this game, what do you think the general strategy will be here? Will it be more passive or aggressive, do you think?
I mean, it is gonna be aggressive. We have seen these players retake the sides very good. We have seen these players taking up those side in that after plant situation. So Legate Saffron, they are definitely doing pretty great in retaking the sides. So they can go on aggressive and try to take the sides as much as they can, try to plant the bomb. And if that does happen, then the players are in kind of a huge trouble here, because Vipers, they'll need to make sure that they stop the players, they stop the city on their tracks. Otherwise, it is definitely gonna be very hard for the players to retake the site. We have seen the players of Vipers taking the sites for quite a long time, but the most important thing is after plant situation, it every time it went in the favor of Legate Saffron. So Legate Saffron, they are very good in retaking a site. So that might be a huge, what can I say, plus point in the favor of Legate Saffron. Let's see what is gonna be their strategy going on in towards the next half, Navigator.
Certainly is. 2 flashbangs for Seville's and Paul respectively. Seville's using his smoke early to block off this mid location, probably wanting to try and shove a few players through that smoke early on. Is definitely the possibility, and it's certainly the idea as well. 2 players running quick through that smoke, and the third soon to follow. It looks like it's going to be a good old flash and B split here onto this site. Running through spawns, Epra rips off the head of Tragon, picked up his USP, and now these CT players caught out in the open. There is no cover here. One quickly ducking here towards this cover, but instead the other one left on flower pots alone as Epra picks up 3 quick kills in rapid succession here, as now the retake comes in. Staggered and broken already hopes limps in with 78 HP against a 2v5 retake. We saw a 1v4 after plant. Can we see a 2v5 retake though?
Yeah, maybe a 2v5 retake. I mean, it is still possible. It is a pistol round. Anything can happen in the pistol round. Oh, but Epra, Kirby, they are not checking the Kirby. This is bad. This is definitely bad. But oh, here it comes. And Epra with another kill. And just as I said,
The ace.
Saffron.
Epra got an ace.
Oh, what? He got an ace?
He got an ace in the pistol, those 3 quick kills, and he got the other one on 2 hopes. Quickly, DRD unable to convert that 1v4 clutch. That's a very nice ace there from Epra here in the pistol round, netting Legate Saffron back to 8-8 here. Definitely a favourable buy for them. Scout on both sides, 2 Deagles, an MP9 and a CZ though. To the other side, and DRD takes up the head of Epra, once again proving that he is definitely the dominant player, the apex predator here on the side of Striking Vipers, ripping off Epra's head there with that scout. Nice chunky nade there going in towards the banana area. Verwood looking very close to burning death in the smoke, but now Seviles brings it back. And as a result, we are going to see DRD rotating here over towards this B site, but he doubles back. These terrorists, they're going to try and play this nice and slow. They're waiting. They're going to play on the anxieties here of the CT side, make them gamble. And as a result, we're going to see DRD, he's shuttle running to and from these 2 sites here. I'm confused about the rotates for now. Instead, we are going to see this end up here towards the A site. Utility, plenty for the terrorist side. They can block off 2 areas here with smokes. They do have the flashbangs as well in the pocket of Paul if they do so choose. But instead, they've chosen to sneak it back towards this B site. Whether it be a hunch or a read, they somehow may have known that there is 2 players here on the bomb site, and so 1, it's an easier bomb site to take than 2.
Look at the
DRD.
rotation.
Rotations coming in.
Oh, that was definitely a great rotation coming up from him. I don't know why, but I am getting a strong Carrigan vibe from Dendro. This rotation is so familiar with Carrigan type of rotation. This is how the ideas rotate, and this guy is definitely good in rotating. That is kind of a important matter when it comes in CS, and this guy is definitely proving it to us that okay, we are not that bad. We can get those kills. And this definitely is a great round coming up from Striking Vipers, considering it is their second round after they lost the pistol. They have got 3 kills already from the team, and maybe the 3rd coming up pretty soon. It doesn't matter if they defuse the bomb or not. The most important thing was to take away the guns from the T's, and that is definitely gonna happen. Seawolves is the only player left from the T side. And Legates Saffron, even though they have got their 9th round, their economy is gonna be a complete mess if they lose this round as well here, Gavicator.
Certainly will be, and now we see the Sarah side, as a result of losing 2 players there in that after plant, taking them back. Obviously, the CT side is relegated to just the guns and weapons they came into this, exited the last round with. A few pistols have been purchased up to try and make something work for this defense, and as a result, they're going to stack here over towards this app side. 3 players ready to walk down, and Paul, he could be caught off guard here if he's not careful. He picks up 1, and they're going to peek out in quick succession. The spam, he's tagged down himself, but it doesn't matter as the HP man and weaponry advantage all lies here in favor of Legates Saffron, and they now choose to collapse here towards this A site, and this defense here for the Striking Vipers is falling apart at the seams. The 2 players left from the last round once again asked to clutch up here in round 8-19. But instead, we might not see them in the same fashion. Philong takes out 1 here on this A site, 1v2, but this doesn't matter. This isn't where the bomb's being planted. They've snuck it all the way over to B, and they know that this final player is here in pit. He's not going to be able to sneak past. If they so choose to, they could run him down, but they're not going to. A few players spreading over the map, probably trying to find these guns again. But it does actually look like Paul, he's going to come back. He wants to help his teammate out here. He doesn't want another one to fall, but it doesn't matter. Do him through the box, but it's not going to make a difference, as Tragon is killed himself, making the scoreline read 10-8 to Legates Saffron.
Definitely 10-8 for Legates Saffron. I mean, that was kind of an important round for Striking Vipers. If they would have somehow caught that kills, they would have somehow won that round. The Legates Saffron would have been in a complete mess, and it might have been another eco coming up from Legates Saffron. That makes a very good position points for Striking Vipers so that they can retake the side back to back. But nonetheless, now Legates Saffron, they have got the full buy. Striking Vipers, they have got the full buy as well. The flash is gonna mess up a little bit, and now they are gonna try to go in towards the B side. Here comes the aggressive push in towards the B banana, but Volpid was there to help his teammate off. A trade coming off. Still a 4 versus 3 situation, 1 man advantage in towards the CT side. Look at the positions. Look at the positions which are being held by the CT Striking Vipers. They definitely know what they are doing, and they are gonna put up a huge lot of pressure on Legates Saffron. Even though this team is good in retaking the sites, how are they gonna face the players who have already got that peak advantage, who have already posted in with that op in towards B side? It is gonna be hard, but Philong is gonna take a player down. Oh, for Paul, he's gonna take another A side. It's completely open for the business, and the players are rotating in. Oh no, this is bad. Epra with a beautiful push in towards the B side, and now it is completely gone in favor of Legates Saffron. Now they do have the side. The only thing that can be a huge problem here is Dendro saving that op, because if that op gets saved, they are gonna face that op again in the next round. Let's see if they are gonna let him save that op, or are they gonna go in hunting.
Looks like they might stay here. They are going to wait. They know that they were able to pick off a few very aggressive retakes, and they know that DRD, he made that clutch early on. They don't want to give him a chance for another one. They're just going to try and play this pretty passive, although as I'm saying this in the late round, they are going to push out probably to try and save that armor, if anything. But I think one of the key things about this round was that very masterful fake there. And Epra with that kill, the rotate came in at the correct timing if it was going to be an A hit, but it wasn't an A hit, it was a very nice fake. And as a result, the bomb detonates here on B site, and the only thing that the counter terrorists can come out with is this orb.
Definitely. I mean, they got 2 picks in towards A side. Anyone would have thought that they are gonna go in towards A side. The A side was completely open. The rotate came off completely from the B side. They went in towards A side, and Epra with a beautiful kill. He was still lurking in towards B side. Look at the confidence he had in his teammate. He didn't budge even though he knew that the A side is completely open. He was just waiting. He knew that his teammates are gonna take those picks in towards A side. He doesn't have to do a lot, and he takes those kills in towards A side. But oh, look at that mid. Look at that mid angle. There's a player already here. They might not expect Hope to be here, and Hope is gonna get a kill for himself. That was indeed a wonderful play, wonderful mid play coming up. But oh, they are trying to go in towards the B side. There are already 2 players holding on towards the side. But oh, Forward is gonna go down, and the bomb is gonna get planted in towards the B side. It is a 4 versus 4 retake situation, but looking at the HP of the players, Filong already down to 9 HP and Stitch already down to 19. We can say in whose favor this match is gonna go on, but Hopes, he is in a great position, but the Shadow is gonna give his position away, and this is definitely not going well for striking Vipers here, Gavicator.
Certainly is, and this retake is getting mown down. The only hope there, Stitch shaking down Filong in the final few deagle spams at the end, though, that Paul was not happy to have to lose his teammate there in that retake, and now we see the 4-round advantage likely now to be extended to a 5. Because all we really see here for the side of the Striking Vipers is $3,000 in their bank accounts. As a result, the only investment here is going to be a deagle, and, sorry, 3 deagles they decide to buy later on. Just a bunch of pistols here to try and stop these fully equipped terrorist side players. And I think it's, as I said before, the Legates Saffron, they are playing an aggressive game, but they're playing a different kind of aggressive game to what I think I and many other people might have expected when I say that. They are playing a very controlled game. They know when to play passive, and they then know when to flip the switch and to go and run headfirst into that brick wall of bomb site, even if it does cost you a couple of players.
And I'm pretty much happy to see a 5-7 come into play. This has been so long since I have seen a 5-7 come into play in a pistol round. But I mean, I do like the 5-7, but I don't know why the people don't buy 5-7. But right now, Hope's giving me hope as well with this 5-7. Let's see if he can get those kills or not. Dragon, he's gonna go down, and Hopes he's gonna go down to a P250. Epra, look at his confidence. He has an op, but he's gonna play up with a P250. He knows the CTs are on an eco. So why not get some extra bucks in the pocket? Because the op is just gonna give you some $100. That is definitely not gonna help. Let's gear up and get some money with that P250 in his hand. Stitch and Forward, the only 2 players surviving, have nothing to save as well. They have got those deagles, but they haven't got any armor, they haven't got any utilities as well, and they weren't able to farm any weapons from the keys as well. So Legates Saffron pushing in very strong right now. And just as I said before the halftime, that Legates Saffron, this team is pretty great in taking the sides, and they are definitely proving me right as well here, Gavicator.
They certainly are. This is a very good round to have flawless, and not just is it flawless, they do manage to find every single one of those Striking Vipers players. And now as we head into what could be round 14 for Legates Saffron or round 9 for Striking Vipers, we are going to see another one of these full gun rounds. And interestingly, I see 3 orcs there for the side of the CTs in form of Striking Vipers. What do you think is going to make happen with these 3 orcs?
I mean, the op can do wonders, to be honest. I am definitely sure that they are gonna get some picks out of here, but I am not at all sure how these guys are gonna play with that op. With that AUG, because the AUG definitely converts a lot of kills for your teammates. AUG definitely helps you a lot, but the main question is, how long are they gonna be using that AUG, and how? Because here comes the first push. He's gonna get that kill. He's gonna get a late headshot there, and he's down to just 73 HP. Not a lot of HP loss. That was kind of a great duel coming up from him. On the other hand, Legates Saffron, they are down by a man, and they are grouping up in towards the banana area. They might take some kills out of there. They might try to take the site completely, or this can be a complete fake yet again, because I mean, there's again a single player in towards the A side, but oh, here comes a great trade, and Stitch, he knows how to use that AUG. He's gonna get a kill. Epra with that AWP in his hand, can't do long, and Philong now left all alone in a 1 versus 3 situation, planting the bomb. That is definitely gonna give him some extra credits, and the grenades on cycle. Why was the grenade on cycle? If it would have been on point, it would have done a lot of damage. But nonetheless, now he has made his way in towards the constructions area. He's gonna take a player down, and now the players are trying to retake the side through the main. And oh no, that is bad. The defuse is gonna come up very soon. The smoke is gonna get posted as well. But Fulong, he's still trying it. He can do it. Oh, he just missed it by a split second. And Fulong, he will be able to survive their Gavicator, but the round is lost there.
Certainly is very close there. He knew that he had to try and take those one-tap fights there with the other CT player, but the CT player there was able to lay it for long enough. And as a result, we do see Striking Vipers biting back, as the name might suggest, the venomous teeth sinking deep into the Lego Saffron side of Epra. He's not very happy, and as a result, he's going to take down Tragon. Tragon eliminated from this round as it barely starts to begin, and we see now a very aggressive apps take here from the side of Lego Saffron. They are not happy as a result of that failure to clutch there from Philong. A very nice attempt, 3 kills in the round, but wasn't quite enough. And so now we see very aggressive on all fronts. They are ready to pounce on either bomb site right now if they so choose to.
Definitely, they have put on enough pressure on 2 Striking Vipers as well, but Striking Vipers, they need to maintain their positions as of now. Even if they can get a single pick, that definitely means that Legates Saffron is gonna rotate in towards the next side. So Legates Saffron, they are on a strong foot right now, and they can get to any side right now. And this is definitely gonna be very troublesome for the players of Striking Vipers. I'm really not sure what is it, how are the player gonna play it out, but look at that. The players are making their way simultaneously on the both side, and the bomb is dropped in towards the T-Ram. Both of these players, both of these sides are completely being pressurized by the players of Legates Saffron. Legates Saffron, now they are rotating back in towards the A side, and oh, they are forced to rotate to go in towards the Archers area. Now they are regrouping in towards mid. 25 seconds left. They need to make a decision right now. They need to pounce on into a single side, and they are gonna go in towards the A side. Just a single player holding it right now, and he is inside the side, and he is gonna go down Philong with that entry frag. But oh, look at that. One player, that is Hopes, is still giving hopes to his teammate, but oh no, he is gonna go down as well. It's a 4 vs 2 retake situation. 2 vs 4 retake situation, to be honest, for Striking Vipers. Let's see Bobbard and Stitch. What can they do? Are they gonna give the 14th round to Legates Saffron? That is certainly something that they do not want to do, because their economy is completely messed up, Vikator.
It certainly is. There is 2 rifles here left for the CT side in the next round of play, as now it is hopeless here for this retake. They decided not to go for it, and I think that was definitely the correct call to make here for the CT side, especially looking at this economy. These 2 rifles will be a godsend as they go into the next round of play. It looks like Philong is... No, he's not quite going to die from the bomb. I think they shoved them in the corner, protecting them with their bodies, and as a result, only 1 player lost there for the side of Legates Saffron, and so this T-side economy begins to snowball. The lowest on any of their players is 4,800, and he doesn't even have to buy a weapon. Epra, the only man in need of a gun, I believe. He has, yes, indeed, been dropped over the AWP. The CT side economy is in shambles, and the T side economy now begins to bloom. The fruits of their labors so far in this half, losing only 1 round to that defuse, that amazing retake, and now it begins to slip out of the Striking Vipers' hands. I mean, Vipers don't have hands, and maybe that's why.
I loved how you used 4 metaphors in a single sentence. I mean, I don't know how you do that, but yeah, that is definitely great. Now, Legates Saffron, they are on a front foot right now. They does have those rifles. They do have those ops in their hand, so they can make a huge difference. They can go in towards the match point, but on the other hand, Striking Vipers, they had to force this round. So this does mean the next round, the match point round, is gonna be a complete mess if Striking Vipers doesn't win this round. Everything depends on this round right now, and Striking Vipers, they are playing it a little passive. No aggressive takes in towards B side. No one is peeking in towards mid. No one is holding up arches from that arches area. Everyone is playing through the side. Look at how passive the players of Striking Vipers are. They definitely don't want to give this round away. They don't want any surprise attack onto the players as well. And now the players of Legates Saffron are making their way on towards the banana. Oh, they've got the churches as well. Here comes the first kill. There might be the second, but oh, Paul is gonna get that kill. Oh no, Epera is gonna take down stage. Hobbs is down as well. The last two players remaining are in towards the A side, and it's a 3 versus 2 retake situation for the match point in the first match of their in their first match of this entire series. This is definitely gonna be very important. They really need to retake this round, otherwise they're gonna go in towards that losers bracket here, Gavicator.
Certainly are going to, and due to the way that this game is shaping out, they have to go for this retake. Kits are in their hands, so they can try and stall this out for as long as possible, but that isn't going to make the problem go away. One player down quickly, and he sees the other one, but he flicks away at the wrong time. Mastor takes him down, and as a result,
Oh no!
DRD...
Oh no!
Is he disconnected from the server? Oh no, that's a heartbreak, and he goes down to the bomb as well. Due to the fact damage was done, they cannot call the restart, but that's a heartbreaking way to give up match point.
Oh no! What was that? I mean, that was definitely a doable retake, to be honest. If there was a player to hold his back, Dendro might have taken a kill or two as well. But that is really a very hard way to give away a match point round. Now they are gonna take that technical pause. They say that Dendro timed out. Let's see what was the matter here. I really don't know, but yeah, this is definitely very sad, and there must be a lot of desk spamming going on right now. And he's gonna go out as well. Internet, oh, this is the issue of online gaming. This is the issue of online esports, Gavicator. We cannot guarantee a stable internet anywhere in this world, not even in NASA as well. So this is definitely a huge issue, but we have to deal with it. This pandemic situation is something that we have to deal with it. And to be honest, online gaming, it is definitely good if you can go in towards LAN, but yeah, online gaming is something that in which we have to face this kinds of situation.
Yeah, it certainly is the case, and as a result, sometimes it does play these fickle tricks, and as a result, we do see DRD far and beyond the best player here from the side of Striking Vipers, able to clutch them up in that first round, 3 kills in the second, and it only started well and kept going well from there. Sorry, microphone disconnecting. Wonders of not just online technology, but the same with your peripherals. Gotta love it when your microphone cable disconnects whilst you're trying to cast.
Yeah, that definitely happens a lot, to be honest. But nonetheless, we are gonna be heading on towards the match point of this round. Legates Saffron, they are definitely proving to be a great team in towards the T side. They have got a great attacking force, and now at this point of time they have 4 AKs and an AWP in their hand. On the other hand, if we see the economy of Striking Vipers, it is definitely gonna be hard how the players are gonna play it, because they'll need to have some money for their utils as well. They'll need to buy those utils. They need to have those smokes and molotovs, not for holding the site. They need to get this even after plant. They need to have those molotovs. They need to have those smokes in their hands. The flash are pretty much important, and the utility is the essence of the game here, Gavicator. It is definitely gonna be very hard for Striking Vipers here, Gavicator.
It certainly will be. 6-round deficits come back merely to make it to overtime on the CT side. They do have 3 M4s, and they do have a FAMAS and an MP9. The only thing stopping them from losing this round here, Seville's has purchased up the CZ. CZ, the Zeus. Don't think that I don't see that in your hands, Mr. Seville's. And they're going to take it fast over towards the banana. They're going to pick off 2 easy kills, make that 3. And now it's 2 players left, DRD and Tragon. The only hope left here. The lower bracket is welcoming here as Trayon is taken down. DRD is the last man alive, and Philong takes him down. A flawless round to finish off the series, and 16-9 reads the scoreline. An absolutely brutal finish here from the side of Legates Saffron, dropping 1 round here on their T side. That was a masterclass of how to play T side Inferno.
Definitely, that was a masterclass of how to play T side of Inferno. And look at that, they have just lost a single round in the whole second half. Look at Saffron. These guys were just too good in those attacking situations. They were just too good in taking those sides. But on the other hand, it took only 29 seconds. Navigator, the last round took only 29 seconds. The confidence on the players was on par. The momentum was on par. The players were just getting those kills back to back. The players were just trying to push into the side, kill anyone who you see. Doesn't matter if it's your teammate or not. They were just killing it. They were just getting those kills, and that is definitely one of the fastest match point round I have ever seen on the Volpid series here, Navigator.
I think it certainly is, and now we do have Paul here for our post-match player interview. Paul, you've come in here off the back of a very comfortable win. Have you got a few words to say about your victory here over Striking Vipers?
It was at the beginning not really good, but at the second half really good, really good. Like I said on the podcast, I was on the podcast, yes, and I said we Legates Saffron, we play no monitor, and today we proved we win, no monitor.
Definitely. I mean, your side retake is definitely on par, and I don't know if you know, but Dendro, that guy on your team, I think that no, it was on Striking Vipers, but he was rotating quite a lot. How were you thinking? What was your way of dealing with that guy? Because he was on both the sides at the same time. When were you going on towards A, B side? That guy was there. How were you dealing with him?
Yeah, we noticed it, like a couple rounds in, we noticed it. Ooh, he rotates. So what we did, we smell where he is, and then we go to opposite side.
Certainly seems like that is the case. You seem to have very good reads as to where these players were ending up, and you almost always seem to be able to dodge the stack for whatever reason. Your IGL, props to him. He's probably absolutely chuffed to bits right now with the result of this game. What do you think, though? There was a lot of very aggressive play from both sides. Do you think that ended up in your benefit? Obviously, it ended up in your benefit in terms of the scoreline, but more often than not, you were actually conceding those opening frags.
Yeah, we noticed a lot. So then we switched up. We were like, no, not any more push. And then, the rounds came in our favor.
Definitely, that was a wonderful play coming up from you. And to be honest, your team is pretty good in taking the side. And I mean, what were you thinking when you were retaking a side? Because they, none of the time it was in your favor. You were retaking the side when it was a 4 vs 3 situation, either it was a 4 vs 2 situation, and yet you were able to get those entry frags, you were able to get those kills and defuse the bomb. How do you do it? How do you manage to smell the position of the players when you are retaking through the smokes?
When we are down a man, like we do not know if we are down a man. We cannot see the scoreboard, so we just no regret. We just run in and we win, easy peasy.
Certainly was easy peasy for you there in that game, but one round that wasn't easy peasy was that opening pistol round. You managed to somehow have it slip away from you. It was a 1v4 retake. I think it might be a round to possibly forget, but DRD definitely proving he was going to be a difficult player from the beginning. Any thoughts there on maybe some of the reasoning behind that round going the way it did?
Yeah, it was hard. It was first round. We needed to wake up a little, but then we full focus. But good play by him, man.
Certainly was very good play by him. As now I think we'll be getting on to the final questions before we get in. I believe we are going to be having a losers interview as well. Is there anything you'd like to say ahead of your game? You are going to be facing off against Emery's. They also managed to pick off Action Esports. They locked them into lower brackets here in Group C. They also played on Inferno. What do you think? Are you confident going into this upper bracket matchup?
Of course we are confident, but we watched them play yesterday, and they have like a really good player, Mr. Fitzy. But we will face him. We will maybe win, maybe lose, maybe win. Yes.
Understandable. Thank you very much for coming out here, Paul. It was a wonder to see you play, and thank you very much here for coming out and being here for the post-match interview.
Thank you for having me, and GG, enemies. Good game.
That was definitely a GG for the enemies as well. I mean, Gavicator, they were looking pretty fine when we're taking the sides. I'm gonna just emphasize this thing quite a lot because this is not easy retaking a side. And I mean, you have heard him say that we were just rushing in, but that was not the case, to be honest. If these guys were just rushing in, it would have been a very different story. But nonetheless, that was indeed a wonderful play coming up from them, Gavicator.
Certainly was, and now we do see here Stitch from the side of Striking Vipers. Any thoughts there initially about the result and the outcome of this game?
I mean, rather disappointing, to be honest. We felt like we could do a lot more, especially like me individually. I really underperformed, and I don't really know why. We initially had a good start, I think, on the T side. We yeah, it was really a really matchup, but on our CT side we kind of got run over, and we know where the difficulties lie, but we just need to see how we can fix them. Until the next match, of course, and but yeah, it's rather disappointing. But I saw some positives, especially on T side.
Yeah, I think that T-side was very good. Obviously, one of the benefits here from Legates Saffron is they had amazingly good retakes. Was there anything you tried to do, adapt, especially towards the later side of the half? Lots of these retakes were coming in on the B side especially. Was there anything you tried to do to eliminate some of those threats early on in the round or later on in the round to try and make these post plants easier?
I think position ourselves better. Just inventorize which util we still have left, but other than that, not really. I think that's something also we can work on, but yeah, their retakes were really good. They really played together, from what I saw. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I think I certainly agree with you. You were changing up your spots a lot, especially towards the tail end of that half. Was able to net you the advantage going into the second half, although unfortunately Legates Saffron, they just proved a little bit too much to handle maybe on that T side. You were only able to pick up one round due to that clutch towards the end. However, I do not think that was a bad game. I think Legates Saffron came out, but you did put up a good fight. You've now fallen into the lower bracket. You're not out yet, though. You do have a second chance to run through the lower bracket and still make it to playoffs. Tomorrow, whenever the next game is, you're going to be facing Axion Esports. Are you confident going into this matchup?
Yeah, of course we're confident. We just have some minor problems maybe, but we can go back to the drawing board and fix them. Individually, I think we do have the quality. If everybody is on their A game, so there's more to come from us, definitely.
Very happy to hear that.
Yeah, definitely that was a wonderful play coming from you, Stitch. But yeah, I just have one question. I don't know why I didn't ask Paul about it, but why Inferno? There were lots of maps today, and both of you decided to go on with that Inferno. Can I know a specific reason behind that?
Well, we wanted to keep our options open, but unfortunately some maps got banned along the way, and then Inferno seemed like the best option out of them all, so that's pretty much the reason why we picked Inferno. Of course, I would have rather liked to play another map, personally, but yeah, it is what it is. Maybe like in the low bracket, we get to play some other map, which would be great.
Which map do you think is your strongest map in the whole map pool?
I would like to say that, but I think it's better to keep that a secret and to surprise the teams.
I mean, I don't want to know which one is your strongest, but I would like to know which map you feel more confident about. I mean, there are lots of maps that can be the strongest, but the one map that you are confident about playing in every time, that is something that the players will try to go on with every time. And why the other teams, they will try to ban it for sure if they know it. But I mean, this is something you can use to just delude the other teams.
I mean, we feel pretty confident individually on Ancients, so it would be great if we could
Yeah.
play Ancients.
It'd be
No
great if we
steps,
saw a map that wasn't Inferno.
Yes. Same here, same here.
Well, thank you very much, Stitch, for coming out. Obviously, you weren't able to pick up the win today, but the hope is not gone. You can still make the lower bracket run, and I'm very happy that we will see you again here in Group C. Thank you very much for coming out here once again, Stitch, and I'd also like to say thank you very much for you people at home for tuning in to watch this broadcast. So it's goodbye from me. What about you, Doctor? Have you got any final words to say before we end the stream?
I mean, I don't have any final words, but yeah, I'm pretty much sure that this series is gonna be pretty interesting. Yeah, Gavikator.
I think I agree with you. So that's all from me, all from Doctor, and so therefore all from this Volpid series broadcast. Thank you once again for coming out. We'll see you next time. And there's the wallbang. Don't see that one too often, but
It's not an option. Oh, it's pre-fired. Oh, true. 90 degree no scope, no problem.
we'll still be three on this B side. First man dead. And second. Three.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over the dark. On two box. Get the cross. Need a retake. Being aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty's got it.
He could have managed that economy well.
Oh, pushing grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. There's his board. What is that from QB1? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say QB1 with an any squad angle. Walks right into the crosshair of Frosty. And he shuts it down. Has now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prisoners. Frosty with a third.
Contact. In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hot. Got one. Yeah. He's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to go
has to
huge.
clutch this out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyenas Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid series 3-1 on Inferno.